everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. So, if you're here, invite somebody. My name is Suzanne. I am a nurse practitioner. One of the reasons why I was motivated to come live is because and thank you for those of you who actually sent me questions. I'll be answering some of those here shortly. I hope this gives you value. I hope this is able to provide you with some answers, especially, for those of you who maybe have always wondered what are some of the things you can do in a med spa. So, I guess I will start by saying what is the difference between like a med spa or the difference between like an actual spa where you go get your facials. The biggest difference is that in aesthetics, you're mostly doing a lot of more the facials, maintenance type of care. Now, it doesn't mean that that doesn't happen in a med spa. It just means that the kind of treatments done in a med spa are more on a treatment level that you need a licensed practitioner for, probably even an RN, depending on your state rules. Some of those rules may mandate that you have a medical director. We are here in Kansas. Kansas rules are a little bit different, which is why I have my own med spa. And one of the things I focus on is mainly taking care of melanated skin, meaning black, brown, like me, because we know for those of you who've had stories of like lasers and things like that, where people have been burned or, you've maybe wondered, what do I ask for when I go to get like a laser or anything like that? What do I ask for? So anyway, so I'm here to talk about some of these things. I get very excited. I love talking about it. And so I hope you can tune in. We do have YouTube as well that you can watch. It will be very helpful for you, especially if your skin color and you're wondering what are some of the treatments you can use for maybe you had a scar, maybe you had acne, your teenager maybe has acne, some of the things that can go along with even visiting a dermatologist and some of the things. I don't know if you saw my post, you saw some of the real life results that we've had for people that actually come and see me, and these are processes and things that we have to do for them over time. So it takes patience. So this is not like a magical thing that happens in one visit. These are things that you have to be consistent, use the right products, as well as be able to kind of follow what has been given for you by the practitioner you go to, whatever state you go to. The one thing I can tell you that I do is that I do personal consultation. So you can always reach out to my website, make an appointment, reach out to me, inbox me. I get those questions all the time anyway. So I wanted to come on board just to talk about some of the things that even if you're watching later, it will provide value for you. So I'm going to talk about lasers because that's one of the biggest questions I got in my inbox was about lasers. So lasers for women of color, blacks and brown, we worry about lasers that can cause hyperpigmentation if they use the wrong kind of laser. But the truth is not all lasers are good for melanin-rich skin. They are good options. And I'll talk about what I personally use in my spa is called the ND-YAG laser. This has specifically 1064 nm. It is the gold standard for dark skin. So if you're going to a spa, you're wanting maybe lasers, those are some of the things you want to look up, especially if you have hyperpigmentation. Doing that along with things like microneedling will be very, very helpful. So, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be looking as we go. Another option is diode laser, which works well for hair removal. So when you go to a spa, you maybe better go get that hair removed. You don't need any hair under your arms or other places. Just get it removed. With hair removal, you have to go like several times. It's not a one-stop shop. You probably might go about 3 to 4 times. If you have very coarse hair, you may have to go a little bit more, maybe up to 6 times. So if you're getting hair removal, go make sure they have a diode laser. Like whatever it is that they have, check out the diode laser because that's safer for melanated skin. And make sure you're picking somebody, a provider who is experienced in treating darker skin. Ask them when you go to a spa to get this thing done. Ask them and say, do you do dark skin? Because not everybody does dark skin. They may not know what kind of laser that is safe for you. So a diode laser will be your best solution for that. And then let's talk about dark under eye circles. That's another question that I got a lot. So dark under eye circles is a common concern. It happens to us, especially if you're close to the equator. If you've ever wondered what happens, you have that burn right there. A lot of it has to do with also being close to the equator, as well as skincare, as well as, just knowing that there's actual solutions is what I'm going to tell you about. So sometimes as we age, we have a little bit of volume loss. Hyaluronic acid fillers. I know a lot of people are scared of fillers, but don't be. Fillers will help fill that, especially if you have that sunken look. Fillers go and help it, fill in and kind of expand out a little. Things like Restylane, Juvederm, they help. Hey, if you're opting for Botox, that helps a little bit too. It helps to soften those lines. But what I'm going to talk about that it might be more in your lane, because a lot of people are afraid of fillers, a lot of people are afraid of Botox, is microneedling with PRP. Microneedling is where we use this little finite needles that go on a pen, and we actually numb you. We put numbing cream, you sit on it for like 20 minutes, and then with the microneedling, we draw your blood, which we use the platelets. Those PRP, platelet-rich plasma. It's like manure for your skin. If you get a chance to have that done under your eyes, it helps not only brighten, it improves and tightens the under eye area. And then if you're using a particular product that could help under the eye, make sure it has vitamin C. So for those of you who are watching, vitamin C is great for reducing pigmentation. Another thing you can do is any cream that has caffeine infused in it, or you can even make at home caffeine. There's so many recipes out there that you can make a caffeine mask, put it under your eyes. That always helps to kind of plump up and also makes it your skin a little bit more vibrant. But microneedling is key. Ask if you go into a spa, if you want more like questions for me, we can always get an appointment for that. Microneedling is not only good for under your eyes, it's also good for your face. If you have scars, if you have hyperpigmentation issues, if you have any like maybe signs of aging in terms of some areas maybe needing a little bit more tightening, microneedling is one of the best ways to do it. So let's talk a big one. You saw in my picture, that's one of my clients. We've been together for about 6 months now. She's been consistent coming. And what she started out is what is called lichen planus. Lichen planus is just, we call it idiopathic, meaning there was nothing that happened for it to come on. It just happened. And so she's been dealing with it for 2 years. Yes, I do we do work together with the dermatology treatments recommendation as well. But she had just gotten to a point where she's like, I think I need to look at something else. And she actually came to me first for microneedling. That's what she came to me for, because our price, of course, is going to be better than what you're going to pay at the dermatologist. A lot of some of these treatments that I'm talking about may not be covered. Even if you go to a dermatologist, you may have to pay cash for them. But many spas offer all kinds of discounts, treatment processes that you just need to ask. And a lot of them offer free consultations. So take advantage of it and do the free consultation. So with hyperpigmentation, what I'm trying to say, it's a delicate approach. It can happen because of anything. Your hormones can also cause that. If you're out in the sun a lot, it can also cause that. A lot of us are applying products that we don't know what's in it. It could have some kind of, some things in there that maybe cause your skin to have different skin tones. In the same, skin tone, you get some spots, darker spots, or things like that. So let's talk about skincare before we even jump into some of the processes and procedures that we do in a medical spa. So some of the skincare things that you can do. So if you have products, go look at your sink, go look at your bathroom, and see if maybe some of those have these products in them. Now, Tivona Spa and Wellness, one of the products we do have is the brightening serum, which you can purchase. We also have hyaluronic, which you can purchase. Our products are natural, right behind here. But my favorite ingredients that you want to go look at your containers are niacinamide. Look, see if it has niacinamide. What percentage is a niacinamide? Those are some things you want to look for. It reduces pigmentation and it also improves skin texture with niacinamide. You want to look at, does it have kojic acid, azelaic acid? Those are natural brightness. Look at your containers, see what they have. Biggest thing, vitamin C. Vitamin C is always a powerhouse for your skincare. So if you're looking at your product, you want an evening skin tone, remember, I always remind people, no matter what product you start, stick with it for at least 3 months, because the way our skincare regenerates, you're not going to see the difference overnight. You need to at least use this product for at least 3 months so you can see if there's a difference before you abandon it, or if you're trying out maybe a new skincare product. So when it comes to a med spa, what do we do for hyperpigmentation? By that I mean melasma, sunspots, lentinis, which those are like just some weird spots that show up sometimes on skin, or just aging skin that's spotted. So treatments include chemical peels. And so we have chemical peels that are safe for darker skin tones, especially mandelic acids, some gel-based ones like lactic acid. Those are really, really good for using peels with glycolic, are good for melanated skin. Of course, you want to go to somebody that is also very used to doing darker skin tones, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure they know what they're doing. And then in the combination of your melasma, your hyperpigmentation, you want to add microneedling to it on top of the chemical peels. You want to use safe lasers like the ND-Arc that I talked about in the beginning, and make sure you're wearing your sunscreen. Guys, I know we're darker skin tone, but you have to wear your SPF because that prevents darker pigmentations from forming. So another question that I got a lot of is skin care with scars, taking care of scars or past scars. In fact, somebody just asked that the other day about a past scar. And actually her scar was not too bad. And that is something that can easily be taken care of with microneedling. The video I attached here is about microneedling. If you have time, 15 minutes, go watch it. It'll give you a lot of value about what is microneedling and why we do it. So as we age, even for us, blacks and browns, we have fine lines, wrinkles, scars. Maybe they may not be as obvious, but they can be noticeable over time. So some of the recommendations that I want you to look up and know about this is microneedling, of course, ND-Arc lasers, which are safe for scars and an even skin. Biggest thing is microneedling, and it's gonna take more than one microneedling to get your scar to be a little bit lighter. So you have to go to someone who knows what they're doing and ask them to do a consultation for you, and that will also give you the ideas of what to expect in terms of your skincare. They should always be realistic as well. I always tell clients when they come, I can give you at least a good 80%, maybe 90%, depending on what we're working with. But following the procedure of what you're being prescribed is very, very important. Other procedures you can look for anti-aging is Sculptra. Sculptra is an injectable. We do inject it in your face. Of course, we numb you. But Sculptra is a collagen booster. It's under the class of fillers, but it's not like your hyaluronic gel-based filler. Sculptra is more liquid-based. We mix it with sterile water. We inject it in your skin, and this helps your skin age gracefully. In other words, that collagen boost is like a manure which goes and forces your DNA to regenerate faster, grow faster, and you start to see your skin looks younger. So Sculptra is beautiful. Look it up when you get a chance to do it. Some things that can help is after, I always tell people if you're over 40, 45, some of the things you can do is maybe retinol cream every 3, 4 days. These are just creams you can use, hyaluronic acids. As well as, because retinol helps stimulate your cell turnover. It helps it turn over faster, reduces wrinkles. You can even just spot treat. Spot treat meaning the areas that you're concerned about, you treat that. But the idea with retinol is keeps your skin plump, hydrated, and it also helps regenerate your skin a little bit faster. The biggest thing to remember is just do a consultation. A lot of places, they'll be happy to or it's just a minimal fee sometimes. So if you ever need a virtual consultation, I'm happy to tell you what to go look for in the spa where you live and what you can ask for, because it's important to understand and know what you can ask for. So main thing we're going to talk about is hair removal. I've heard about that question a lot. Hair removal is important, guys. There's no one that said you have to shave every day. No one said you had to do that. You can go and get that hair removed by laser. It is a little trickier for darker skin because it has to be the right technology. So that's why I keep telling you guys, when you go, ask for ND-YAG laser. If they have an ND-YAG laser, it's the safest, most effective option for melanin-rich skin. For us darker people, you want to go to a technician who has that. You could always do waxing, but we know that's going to grow back. I always tell people, just go do your 4 or 5 sessions of hair removal, and you don't have to worry about that. Now, the way that we determine how many sessions you're going to need, honestly, it depends on your genetics. Some people have coarse hair, some people have softer hair, and so when you go in, they will definitely tell you like, oh yeah, you probably need to come in about 3-4 times before you see. Now, does the hair go back completely out 100%? For the most part, yes, but it doesn't mean you may not experience like a little growth after a few years. You might, so you might go for a touch-up, but for the most part, it'll take care of it. But I can tell you, for best result, multiple sessions are needed, and it's very crucial that you know, because you're a darker skin type, you want to use the ND-YAG laser. At least ask them, have they taken care of people that are black, dark, when you go. So let's talk some products, things that I recommend when you have melanin skin as blacks, browns. I talked about vitamin C. You need that. If you look at your ingredients, you may already have it. Just make sure you know like the percentage of what you're using. So vitamin C is good for brightening and also evening out skin tone. So if you have some areas that are maybe brighter than the others, vitamin C is good for that. Niacinamide is good. It reduces inflammation and improves your texture. So if you've heard of niacinamide all the time, it helps. You may not see inflammation in your skin, meaning you may not see your skin swollen, but that's part of what it does. It helps kind of just make sure your skin is smooth and the texture is great. And then hyaluronic acid, make that your best friend. Most of you probably already are using it. It's in one shape or form. Hyaluronic is one of the best things you can use for your skin. We do sell it. Ours is pure. It's natural. But I can tell you the reason you hear every product in the world now, L'Oreal, even the one that you buy, at your grocery store that has hyaluronic acid in it. The reason it's based on price, why one's maybe cheaper than the other, is because the concentration is probably higher on the more expensive one, on the hyaluronic, compared to maybe one of the cheaper ones. It may have 0.0001%. The reason you want your hyaluronic a higher percentage, you want to use it morning and night. Use it every day before anything else. You wash your face, put hyaluronic. Hyaluronic is important because it has a small molecule. So the basic thing about hyaluronic is that it hydrates. You want your skin hydrated. That's what prevents your skin looking cracked, your skin looking aged, your skin looking sunken. Hyaluronic is great for everything. That's why you see it in a lot of products. With hyaluronic, the molecule is smaller. So when you apply it on your face, It's a serum. Most of it is usually a serum. Some people will put it in a cream or something like that. But when it's in a serum, the molecule is closer, so it absorbs in your skin very easily and faster. And so when it absorbs in your skin, you are able to cover, protect your pores. And at the same time, your skin is regenerating, you're producing collagen, you're also protecting your skin. If you wear makeup or, whatever makeup you wear, at least your pores are protected to the point where your makeup is not quite like penetrating to the important parts. So one of the other things I recommend, look for azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is great for acne. If you have acne or you get breaks out every once in a while, like for me, once in a while I get it, when I have that time of the month, I get like azelaic acid. You can spot treat it and just put it on there. But it's a great product that you can use, and maybe find a product that has azelaic acid in it. All these products we do sell, we have them. Check out our website. It's all natural. I want you to avoid harsh products like high retinoids. I know I make the recommendation of using retinol, but some people overuse retinol. Retinol is not meant to be overused. Retinol, a lot of times, actually, you're supposed to use it even every 2-3 days. Especially if it's a higher strength, don't use it unless it's prescribed. Stay away also from products that have alcohol. So if you ever buy anything, your makeup remover water, your whatever it is that you buy, check for the content of alcohol. And sometimes alcohol can be hidden in whatever scientific name they have on there. Check and see what that name says and look it up to see whether it's alcohol based. Alcohol is never good for your skin. Even if you have oily skin, it is never good because it dries out your pores, it dries out your skin, and takes away and strips even good oils that are supposed to be on your skin. So I know I talked a lot. I was trying to keep this at 20 minutes. We're just a little tiny over. But I invite you to send me any questions. I don't see any questions. But if you have any questions, you can always call me. What are the key takeaways from this? Always choose a provider that is good at doing melanin skin. Ask them. Don't be afraid to ask. It's okay. You can ask them. Make sure they're experienced. Ask them, hey, how long have you been doing this? Make sure they have the lasers I recommended. Make sure that they're giving you good pre-instruction and aftercare instruction, no matter what procedure you're doing. Make sure that going in what questions to ask your provider. And these are things I can offer you, go over with you. I do have some of you that have actually consulted with me, so I thank you. I see you, Monica. I see you, Doreen. Hi, Carol. How are you? Remember, gradual treatments are the best and the safest. You don't want a quick, when you walk in, nobody should tell you, I can fix this in a month. That is not true. You see your skin regenerates, over time. So obviously it's obvious to know that that's what you're going to expect over time. Incorporate natural ingredients in your products, the niacinamides that I mentioned, the vitamin C to your skincare routine. Actually, I think I have a video on skincare routine on my YouTube. You should probably look at that as well. Consistency is key. Product, use it at least 3 months before you say it doesn't work. You want to stick to a product to know that it works. After 3 months, if you're not kind of seeing some of the things, maybe, let's say, for example, you bought it for brightening. If you're not seeing the brightening, then maybe that may be a good time to move on to try on a different product. Watch out for some of the things I talked about, alcohol-based products. You want to stay away from those. There are good products out there that are not alcohol-based. I want to mention that, definitely do go to Tivona Spa and Wellness. We have products that are natural, and it's very specific to also skin of color. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I see all of you. Thank you for giving me the love, for coming. The thing is, I want you to have confidence when you pursue some of these procedures. It's coming, whether you ignore it or not. Younger people seem to have more knowledge in this because they're more they're more willing to kind of start preventative care earlier on than maybe what we had back then. So these are things you can do to keep your skin looking vibrant, younger. You can don't be afraid to do a consultation. Just go in, ask them, and say, "This is what I have a scar here, or I have these weird lines. I have dark circles." Just go in and ask because they will give you recommendations. If you want to come back after you hear back what they told you, come check with me and say, "Susie, this is what they told me. They told me I should do this or do that." I am always happy because I have clients that will be like, "This is what I was told, and oh my God, they gave me this ridiculous price." I am always happy to make recommendations. I know some of you that I've taken care of may have some testimonials. Feel free to share them. You can comment on them. I would appreciate that. But the main thing is, know your education on your skin. Oh, and yes, 2025, make it a year where you take care of your skincare. Make it a priority, guys, because it is possible. I know I have journeyed with my own skincare, which is why I fell in love with the skincare department. I do practice as a primary nurse practitioner as well, so I do know what I'm talking about. I do practice safety. I practice HIPAA, meaning that we do not discuss patients. We do only post pictures if we have the patient's permission, as so should you. When you go to a spa, let them, they'll probably have you sign something if they want to use your picture, and if not, you don't need to give them the permission. But if you're ready to take the next step, you can book a virtual skincare consultation with me. I will sit down with you. I'll go everything over with you. You will have a good understanding of if it's let's say it's acne scar or pigmentation, or maybe you have just some issues with losing muscle tone because maybe you're aging, or maybe you're working out, or things like that, or even weight loss. We do weight loss. If you just had basic questions, or maybe you just want to know, "This is what I was told, is it accurate?" Please check out Tivona Spa and Wellness.com. It is listed on this page. If you would like to learn more about skincare, especially for blacks and brown, do go to my YouTube. It's you can subscribe so you can get the updates as I post them. I'm trying to do a better job of just bringing this out. And let me tell you guys, the reason I went into med spa in my area, I don't know about you guys' area, there was a need. In fact, when I went to take my classes for the aesthetics for the med spa classes, we were only only two black people that were in the class. And I can tell you, even when I first started looking for people to orientate with, it was hard, because when you're black, the people are always like, "Yeah, but I don't see that many black people." But guess what? That is something that's actually changing. We have scars, we have darker skin, we want to age gracefully, we want to have the hair removed safely. We want to grow hair. We also do hair growth with PRP. So there's those things we also want to do. And a lot of us also suffer from a lot of chin hair. This is something that's very common with melanated skin. We just have that excess hair here, a lot of times under here. Those are things that we can take care of. But I realized the gap that we wanted to fill, my partner and I, is that there's not enough people wanting or willing to take care of melanated skin, or they don't. It's not that they don't want to, they just don't have enough knowledge to take care of melanated skin. And so at the end of the day, that's what I want to do, and fill in that gap for you. We all want to look beautiful, vibrant. If we all have questions and curiosity, don't be afraid to ask about those, procedures, processes, treatments. Don't be afraid. I mean, it's easy for you to use a cream for a whole year thinking it's working to help with your, with maybe your melasma or your hyperpigmentation. But the truth of the matter is, it may not help the way you want it to help. Does a good skincare routine help? Yes, it does. But at the end of the day, there's other things you can explore, the microneedlings, the sculptures, and all those filler-based things that you don't have to be afraid. It's new tech. I don't want to say it's new technology. It's been in existence for a while. I'm just going to say it's new to more of the melanated skin. One thing I do, especially with my melanated clients, is I sit down with them, we talk through it, make sure they understand it, and they have a good idea of what I'm talking about. And even if they see me or they see someone else, at least they walk out of there knowing their skin analysis is really broken down into what they're looking for. No, don't be afraid of a little Botox. Don't be afraid of a little filler. It doesn't mean that you have to use. Remember, we also use it for other things. We also use it for flabby stomachs. We use filler Sculptra. We use microneedling. So there's many things, problem areas that you can fix in a med spa. It just depends on the priority you place on it, or place on yourself, or place on your skincare. So I encourage you to place those priorities in this coming new year. I'm always here. I love answering questions. I'm very good and not a gatekeeper. Even if you're wanting to know this for another reason, maybe you're getting, excuse me, I just want you to do the right, see the right practitioner that's going to help you. Otherwise, thank you. Take care of your beautiful skin. Get your virtual consultation with me. Check out the YouTube. And for those who have hanged out with me, I thank you. I kindly thank you. And continue sending the questions. Some of the questions tonight were based off some of the things you inboxed me. And if you love to pursue this further, you know where to find me. You can inbox me. This video will be up for a while, so if you're watching it, share it with someone who, or if you're afraid to ask a question on here, just come to my inbox. I'm very big and being open, so I talk about it all, including even injections for down there. Yes, they are injections for down there that help with incontinence. You know, when you laugh and things spill, yeah, there's injections for that. So I'm always happy to do a consultation with you. At least make sure you find the right person for your problem. That's, I think, the most important thing, because we know with darker skin tones, sometimes it becomes very tricky in the kind of help you're looking for. Thank you. God bless you for hanging out with me, and have a great weekend. Oh, and happy holidays. Yes, I'm also the one who does fashion design. For those of you who are wondering, it's a passion. I have many loves, and these are the two topmost. Thank you all for joining me. Stella, all of you, I see you. I love you, and God bless you. And don't forget, go to the YouTube, go to Tivona Spa and Wellness. Get your natural products. They work. I promise you. Bye.